Hello, dear friends of Black Nights Film Festival. My name is Päike Triinu Tamm, and I am more than happy to welcome you all back here in PÖFF TV. Today I have a very special guest joining me in the studio, a brilliant filmmaker from Estonia, Martinus Klemet, with his film Yummy, which is a tragicomical film about woman and a man growing apart. So let's get to know more, and let's give a warm virtual round of applause to our guest. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Nice having me here.
Yeah, we are very happy to have you here. Is it your first time in the festival, or you have participated before?
I participated with my previous short animated film 3 years ago. It was called Face Recognition.
Okay, then you are an old professional.
Yes, true.
But as I said in only one sentence what your film is about, maybe you can, for starters, tell us in your words what is your film about.
So, as you mentioned, Yummy is a tragicomedy about a breakup, and the protagonist, Julia, is a dog food taste tester, and her love interest is a prince on a white horse.
Okay, it's a quite interesting story, but was there some kind of like personal experience behind this story, or why did you choose this kind of, I don't know, topic or theme?
Yes, indeed, it is based on real life stories, what has happened to me, my family members and some of my close friends. So I collected elements from real life story and combined this to my plot, but I also added absurd elements as a profession, as a dog food taste tester, to spice it up, to spice story up.
You mentioned this job as a dog food taster, so is it some kind of like, I don't know, hidden thing that people continuously test things on animals? Is it like a way around that dogs are now testing their food on humans, or is it just a coincidence, or did you have like some kind of hidden message with it also?
I think it is combined into the story, and I think it delivers the overall flow of the film, but actually this profession is a real profession. It's not made up. There is, I made some research, and there is that kind of profession, animal food testers, who are humans actually.
Okay.
So it's not my fantasy.
It's interesting. I don't know. I just wonder what kind of like education you need to have to work as a dog food tester, but
I think you need to have a good sense of smell and taste.
Yeah, of course. But in what way does the topic reflect society today, in your opinion? The topic in your film.
In my opinion, my film is about human relationships, and it's an age-old topic which could be set in any time or place. So in that sense, I don't think that it specifically reflects today's society.
Okay. Well, it's fine also. Everything doesn't have to be like with deep meaning and deep like connections with our real world. But I personally have only been on a set with films where there are like real actors and a big group of crew members. So maybe you can describe to me and our viewers also what was the process of making this film like. How do you make an animated film?
So it took me 2.5 years to make this film, from the initial idea to the final product. And a big part of it was developed at Animation Sans Frontiers. It's a residency for European animation professionals. And I had supervisors who helped me from Germany, Denmark, France, and Hungary. So it was very helpful to go to this residency to show work in process, film, animatics to different audiences or groups of people, like in France or Budapest, and I got a lot of valuable feedback how to develop and refine my film.
Okay, so as you mentioned so many countries, it could be said that you had a big crew. Actually, it wasn't just you.
No, they were more like
Supporters in some way.
they were giving feedback for animatics, but actually I had a crew. We got funding from Cultural Endowment of Estonia and Estonian Film Fund, so I had 5 animators who helped me. I drew a lot myself, but also animators contributed a lot, because alone it would have been not 2.5 years, maybe 5 years.
But I mean, if like many different people are, I don't know, drawing, or how do you do the film? How do you make it all to like fit together? If there are like 5 different handwritings, how does it work that it all makes one great picture in the end?
I mean, it's a good question. I think it's one of the difficult issues of hand-drawn animation, to find people who draw similar to you, comparing to 3D animation, for example. You have already virtual puppets, and the style is not so much moving from one style to another style. But I think it's you just need to find people whose drawing style is similar to you, and then you can guide them and give feedbacks and adjustments how to make it more precise to this style what I'm looking for. But I think it's also a lot about how well you are prepared and how clear vision do you have. If you have a lot of preparations and style examples and like a character sheets, how exactly this character and the world should look like, then it's easier. I think, yes, it's about if you have very decent preparation, then it's possible.
Okay. So maybe with that you already answered to my next question, but my next question would be, what was the biggest challenge with this film? Was it the same thing, finding similar handwritings or styles of doing the film, or was it something else?
I think it wasn't hard to find people who would be able to work in my style, because I also have a background in the Estonian Academy of Arts. I worked there as a supervisor and teacher for animation students, so I also hired some of my former students, and I knew them already quite well, how they work, what is their style. So finding it wasn't difficult, but difficult was just this manual labor, just drawing, like from my side and from animator's side. I think, yeah, it's just this brutal manual labor was the biggest challenge.
Okay, but maybe you could summarize what would be the main message you would want your audience to take from this film?
Okay. I would also add to your one of your previous questions that, this film is about human relationships. And yes, it is not depicting nowadays society, but there are like books and films about relationships from, I don't know, Shakespeare or something from beginning of 20th century. So these issues are quite the same. Human beings haven't changed so much. Society has changed, but I think the human nature is more or less the same. But about the message, I would like to keep it open, that everybody who goes to watch the film should interpret the story however they feel. But I have my own, my opinion, what is the message is that it's about breakup. And for me, it's about accepting your partner's decision when the relationship is over, and non-accepting your loved one decision would lead to quite serious consequences. This is the message.
Okay, so
in my opinion.
It is really a real-life problem that actually exists, so I think there is a lot to take from this movie. But last but not least, do you have any new projects coming up for you as a filmmaker? Is there some kind of seed already planted somewhere, or you're now taking a rest?
I have right now in development a really nice project, and this project combines symphonic music and animation. And the goal of our project is how to make classical music more accessible for people without music education. And in our project, there's not only me, we are doing it together with a well-known Estonian conductor Mihhail Kerts and music theorist Gerri Kotta. And we are really happy that Minister of Culture trusted us and allocated funding for our project. So this is what I'm right now doing, how to use animation to make symphonic music more understandable. And the final project would be around 13-minute long animated film, which uses Estonian composer Eduard Tubin's symphonic music.
Wow, okay. I mean, I personally, I'm a very big music lover, so I'm already interested to see it. But thank you for coming in today. I hope interesting and creative ideas will still come to you, and we will maybe see you in next year's festival also.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. So thank you. And for you, my dear viewers, thank you again for turning back to PÖFF TV. And we will see you here exactly next time when we have new guests in the studio. Thank you for watching us.